How is everyone? Sorry for the delay. Voice mod decided to it just decided to shit itself. How are you guys? Hello, hello. People are saying that the clicking was getting through. Okay, amazing, perfect. Your red dang says, well, if it isn't Stinkfly, Heat Blast. Oh my god, Stinkfly, Heat Blast, Wild Mutt, Ribjaw, Cannonball. I haven't seen you since college. I haven't heard that name since college, or the stripping days that I went through. How are you guys doing? How is everyone? Did anyone else? I saw a couple of people talking about GenCon and talking about pin collections. How was GenCon for y'all? Was anyone there for the first time? Also, Bug says, all this con talk has me so excited for TwitchCon. Dude, so I have West, and then PAX Aus, and then TwitchCon. So, like, if I have to think about going to TwitchCon right now, I think I might implode. That being said, I'm glad you're coming. Also, shout out to everyone for joining this stream. This one's gonna be a bit of a special one because we are doing a little bit of fundraising. It's not like a strong push as it is, you know, usually for organized charity events, but we are helping support our friend Blizz in these trying times because fucking, listen, cancer's got him in a chokehold, dude. We're trying to help him out. If you don't know Blizz, Blizzbear is a Twitch ambassador, a friend of ours. He's like one of the he's still a gamer. He's like in the TTRPG space as well. So I originally met him at like, God, I want to say either PAX East or PAX Unplugged or something forever ago. One of the PAXs, and he's an amazing human being and also is currently undergoing treatment for B-cell non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Which is the cancer that I almost got diagnosed with. I had a fucking cancer scare for that exact same thing forever ago. A couple of you guys, the real ones, remember. And it is not fucking fun. It destroys your immune system. It makes you so fucking fatigued all the time. It makes it so it's really difficult to just kind of like to do anything essentially. And you know, chemo in itself fucking sucks. So that's also not great. So if you guys have the chance, that's why the donor goal right now is set to fucking don't do it. Because we're trying to help him out. We don't know how long the treatment is gonna last, and one thing we do know is that, you know, obviously it's a really fucking tough, awful thing to go through. I almost said it's a fuck thing to go through. It's a fucky wucky thing to go through for sure. And it can affect your ability to, especially for him, he's a full-time streamer, right? He's gonna have a hard time streaming while he's dealing with the fatigue side of it. So it sucks. So if you guys, you know, find it in yourselves to help out, !Blizz is the way to do that. The GoFundMe is doing really well. He has a lot of friends helping him out, and the TTRPG community in particular is actually doing some fun stuff later on, which may or may not involve me, potentially, if all works out well, actually being in the GM scene and actually GMing for you guys live for once. Fingers crossed, anything for a friend. So we're gonna try and get that going. I'll have more info on that to come. But in the meantime, !Blizz is the way to go. Junior, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. And let's see, Lucas says, I don't know if the WotC people sent down magic stuff on Sunday, but hopefully Gehenna got Blizz some stuff to help fundraise. That is the thing. Later on, we're gonna be doing a whole organized effort with raffle things. I donated any extra books and extra materials that I had. Lukic gave me a poster, and I was like, you know what? I'm not a poster girly, but I'm gonna send this along to the Blizz's thing. So they're gonna use that as one of the raffle giveaway things. So thank you to Luke for that. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of people who are like really rallying together. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. There's gonna be some cool stuff and some fun things that you can win for helping out. Let's see. Lucas says, my brother's about 10 years clear of his non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, so anyone that donates, thank you. And yeah, sure, I can eat some lemons for incentives. Oh boy, I'd be super down. We do have some more charity things coming up soon. We haven't done a lot of charity work this particular year, mostly because we did a lot last year, and I was like, we gotta take a break. Also, I'm doing a lot more cons, so it's a lot harder for charity events to come find me and like get that scheduled, because usually they do organized pushes, and let's be fully honest, I'm usually out of town for a lot of their pushes, so I'm gonna find out about more at TwitchCon and then organize from there. One we're doing is in September for the Jimmy Fund once again, so we'll come back around to that later on. For right now, Juggernaut Nate says, I got my lemon pin thanks to Lukic directions. Yeah, dude, thank you so much to everyone who bought a lemon pin. Those actually, the money that was raised for those is going to Child's Play, a different charity. There's a lot of charity stuff happening right now, but yeah, that is something that has been sold by My Nerd Life, Nick and Nikki, and you can go to their website. I don't know if they're selling it on their website as well, but that's something that they like 100% tracked me down for, and they were like, Diana, we have money for you, and I was like, fuck you talking about? And they're like, for Child's Play, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I slowly put the magic cards that I was gonna buy with the money away. By the way, I got into Magic. They got me, chat. It wasn't, oh man, oh boy, they got me good. Let's see, Dead Panda and Umbral Draconics. Thanks for hanging out in the YouTube chat, by the way. Lovely to see you guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for waiting on me. Sorry it took so long to set up. I had to set up everything. By the way, I have a new whiteboard pen. So if you subscribe, such as Zachnafane, who subscribed, Then, aha, you get your name written on the board. And Dethan, thanks for gifting a sub as well. I'll add you onto the board. It's like a chisel tip. Let me do this. So I'm not used to writing with a chisel tip. Dethan says Amon always pays his debts. And Draconic says Umbral Draconics as well. Oh, amazing. Thanks for being here in 2 spots. Holy shit. Zach N-A-F-E. And it's number 1, right? I always forget. Thank you so much for the sub. Thanks to Dethan as well. Let's see, Dethan TW, thank you for being here and for helping out. DVC said it's never if you get into Magic, but when. The shiny cardboard claims everyone in the end. Yeah, I showed off the deck a little bit on the mobile stream over on YouTube, so if you were there for that, thank you for being there. I showed off the stream. It's like a, fuck, what is it? It's, I can show you guys, hold on. Scryfall. We're gonna go check it out. Oh my god, it's gonna make me fucking, it's like, hey, you're streaming right now, and that's really fucking suspicious. Okay, there we go. Fine, I'll train your AI. Jesus. Here we go. So Scryfall, by the way, is a website that I use to search, anyone can do it, to search through Magic the Gathering cards, and it starts with an L. And I don't remember the name. I know that the color is black, is like multicolor black and green, and it's like an Elven Empire. Is it, if I do this, is it just gonna show me the, damn it. Okay, what's the syntax for this? I wanted to figure out where the set was. Oh yeah, set, Elven well, no, that's the name of the, oh, fuck me, what is it called? Someone help, what did I buy, chat? I know you weren't there for it, but please. Also, Lucas says, oh shit, now I can print the tiny magic cards and cast them into dice. New gift idea. That is actually, like, low-key, that is a really fucking good idea. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, especially when people have favorite sets and things like that. Oh, and the art is so good. That shouldn't be there. This is the scene I'm looking for. Zeus says, is it a precon? It is. It's like a, fuck, elf. If I just search elf lady. Okay, cards as images sorted by name. It's not elf. I mean, I have the Elfheim stuff, I guess. It's not Emerald. It starts with an I though, and she summons a fuck ton of elves, and she does this thing where when you can take, when you have like 10 elves or something like that, then you instantly deal 10 damage to fucking whoever's around. Damn, someone help. Caldium and Lathril. Yes, that's it. Okay, Lathril. She's just pretty. I just like her because she's pretty. I'm a sucker for pretty women who could kill me. So, also, St. Andrew wanted me to hydrate. I can do that. I'm out of sparkling water, though, so we're doing a basic bitch water. But also, the amount of basic bitch water I have, which is, by the way, it's not gross, it's lightened with lemon juice, is mostly because I'm just getting used to normal, good water again. Dead Man in a Cannon, Draconic Storyteller, thank you for the follow, by the way. Yeah, everyone is saying Lathril. Rush Swag says it's Elven Council over on YouTube. And let's see, people are saying who isn't obsessed with elven women who can kill me. I mean, look at this art, too. Like, fucking, look at this shit. Ah! She's so hot. I don't know why her skin is blue, though. I wish I knew the lore a bit more. I don't know if that's, like, an elven thing, but yeah, it's the Kaldheim like black and green set. I don't know shit about Magic the Gathering, by the way, so you guys are gonna I'm gonna beg you guys for help. I don't know the difference between Commander and Normal yet. I got sent I think DBCU sent me like a fuck ton of info about how it works. Lucas says, please leave some pretty women who can kill for the rest of us. Fucking fight me for them. Duke says the ability to kill you is just a form of competence, so straight to the attractive column. Exactly, right? But let's see. Girl with the Pie says, glad I could finally catch a stream. How are you today? So far, so good. My voice is still coming back. I imagine there's a very high chance I'm going to have to end stream early today, only because I think my voice is going to disappear again if I have to keep talking. I feel like it might need more time before I can get back to, like, talking for hours and hours on end. But I'm doing pretty well. GenCon was amazing. The panels were amazing. I did more than ever before. Also, everyone say hi to Cam Tunis, by the way. An amazing human being who was actually at GenCon as well, who I originally met I met you before VidCon online, right? And then I think VidCon was our first time meeting in person. And then we ran into each other again at GenCon because you're in the area, which is fantastic. Andronymous says Commander's 100 cards, Standard is 60. Is that the only difference? I mean, that and also you can cast the little guy, your commander, from like your deck anytime, right? But also, Can you have multiple commanders, or is it like like what makes a commander a commander? Is it just the fact that it says legendary creature, or is it like a specific card? Like, how do I know? Is it this fancy thing at the top? What does this fancy thing mean? I need to know because my brain is on fire. Zeus says yes if the card says multi-commander. The card doesn't say that. Does it say that? Commanders need to be legendary creatures. HG says it's usually the beret that they wear. Jesus Christ. Andronimo says commander is its only card. It needs to be a legendary creature. So you can't have multiple legendary creatures in one deck? Okay. Commander says commanders can be any legendary creature. Only one because it's got special text that says otherwise. So wait, if we were to look through, because someone showed me, how do I search legendary creatures on here? So I don't want colors, card types. Type legendary creature. Can we just see all of the different ones? Oh shit, it won't say that. Is it, oop. Do I have to remove the space? I think I do. No. Is it, how do I search types? Card types, card text, mana costs, power, toughness. If I search like just the word legendary. Oh, okay, here we go. Ah! Oh shit, there's a fuck ton of these. Okay, but these are enchantments. Okay, okay. I get it now. Coogan, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome back. Same with Lobra, Draconic Storyteller. Thank you guys so much for being here and for starting a sub train. Dead Panda says I'm too lazy to die in battle. Plus you have to sign up and get trained to do that. Now, so dying by way of a woman is the only way I have left to get into Valhalla. Is it like a checklist? Anyway, Androno says each time your commander dies, it costs more to cast. 2 extra mana, I believe. And Found Good says Diana is reading magic cards. Yeah, I am. I am gonna add Coogan. Here we go. Oh my god, there's so much ink in this. This is a luxury. Holy shit. 95 Lobra. I've lost my ability to write, I guess, by the way. Numel, hi! Thank you so much for the sub. Good to see you. And Marcus Treaty says that are all the D&D content creators I follow randomly getting into Magic with no forewarning or context? It's because people, so the other D&D content creators have been fucking, and I get this question a lot because it's a very big trend. There's like 7 of us who converted recently and we're loud about it. But the thing is, D&D players and Magic the Gathering players, the Venn diagram was a pretty close circle before because they're both produced by Wizards of the Coast. So the content creator team at Wizards of the Coast knows all of our names already. So it's very easy to hop from one to another when it comes to like creating content for them. That and the fact that MagicCon Vegas this year was welcoming D&D creators specifically. Like they specifically invited D&D creators because they were doing such a big crossover event in celebration of D&D's 50th anniversary. That and also the fact that fuck, what was it? Also the fact that we just run into each other all the fucking time. We get a lot of free cards, we get a lot of like promo stuff, and then we also get, you know, we go to cons with other D&D creators who play Magic, and the Magic creators are like, hey, you want to, they're like, hey kid, you want to play some Commander? And they always bring their decks with them. So it's almost like going to summer camp year after year and seeing all these people participating in this trend. And then you come back the next year and you're like, guys, I picked up that thing you've been talking about. And then they're like, come on in, come play. So it's like coming back as a trend. So yeah, Paul says good pens are good. This is pretty solid. But let's see. Dragon Shadow says Diana looking smoking today. Thank you. It's the exhaustion. Viper also subbed. Same with Draconic Storyteller giving out 5 subs. Okay, wait, let me get caught up. I'm already missing some. Okay, House Duggan. Thank you so much. Doug, is it? Jesus, the loudest car ever is passing outside. Duggan or Dugon? Anyway, Taylor is over on the TikTok chat right now. Hi, Taylor. I love you. You're great. Garrett says, do you play or DM? So I'm mostly a DM when it comes to D&D. Let me do this. Viper 8604 has also subbed. Thank you so much.
Oh,
and
wow.
then the Draconic
You all
Storyteller
have been putting up with me for 15
6
months.
Basically, one for themselves. Storyteller. And then 5 times for the community. So thank you so much for the gifted subs. That helps a lot, mostly because it gives people the chance to come watch without getting fucking bombarded by ads. But Trev does stuff. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Let's see. I think I got everyone. I think I got everyone. Thank you so much for all the subs, you guys. This is super sweet of you. We're on, I'm train level 5, which is crazy. Sir Bredible says the Magic the Gathering times D&D set is amazing. It is. So I had someone send me that a long time ago, and this is my first chance to like really go through and get it like properly, like sort through it, find the cards, and then I don't know. I guess properly like make it make sense, because previously I only looked at it for the sake of the fact that I wanted to like get something, or someone sent me the cards and I just like the art. Forgive me, by the way, I'm really quickly gonna post that I'm live because I realized I never did that on Instagram, which is bad form. I've actually just straight up forgotten how to be a Twitch streamer since leaving for GenCon. It fried my brain. There we go. Come join. There we are. I'll add that to my Instagram story so that way people will actually see it. Okay, stories. There we go. Duke says, the fun thing about ads is they always have the best comedic timing. Mixing the segue and finding yourself in a new insane tangent, no idea how you got here. I hear that that's probably one of my favorite things about this chat, is that so many people come in and they're like, what the fuck are we talking about? I zoned out for like 3 minutes. Why are we talking about ramen noodles, you know? And then you leave and you come back 5 seconds later and it's like, holy shit, I left again. Why are we talking about just raw space men? Welcome to the stream anyway. Cam Tutor says Magic the Gathering even has a Sonic series now, which is nuts. Dude, I have the best idea for... Should I spoil one of my content ideas? I don't think I want to. I don't gatekeep, but when it comes to my own content, I absolutely will. Aladile, thank you so much for subbing with Prime, by the way. Welcome back. Good to see you. The Aladile. Lovely to have you. Thank you for helping me test my new pen out. Hopefully it shows up pretty well too. Cam Tutor says, wait, hold on, I might have a similar idea. Is it? Can you message me and figure out? Because I think I told 1 or 2 people about it. Also, Michael says, good to run past you at GenCon. I know, I ran into so many people fucking in passing, and I felt bad that I couldn't say hi for longer because we were running off to something. We were running off to a party. But Juggernaut Nate says, content idea, Diana reacting to Star Wars for the first time. God. You guys gotta get through fucking Lord of the Rings before you get over to Star Wars for me. But Aladile says it looks good. Great. And Autism Gaming says any legendary creature can be your commander or legendary artifact with a power toughness box. And you can use 2 commanders if they have a partner. Partner, which means they have to be part of a specific pair. Then there's other variants with partner, and more information on the difference between commander and the other 60 card formats is that in your commander, your deck consists of 100 cards, including your commander, and all decks in the 100 are required to be different unless they're a basic land in 60 card format. Okay. All right. So I played old school, like 60 card Magic the Gathering through Arena, right? And I used to have the most badass, like, Vampire Angel deck. Valentine says we don't need to tell her about partner, y'all. Please, I just got here. I also, like, I remember seeing cards that looked like this, like these little Planeswalker cards. So I'm assuming those also count? Or do they not count because they don't have power/toughness? It's just like these little counter things. Dean says just give her the rat commander deck, 99 rats at a commander. Wait, rat. Can I make a rat deck? Shit. No, they're like, hold on. Type. Is rat a type of card? Yeah, I can make a rat deck. Oh, there's a rat knight. I mean, I guess that makes sense because of like Bloomburrow and stuff, but it's literally just like a bunch of black cards. That's actually kind of hilarious. Oh man. A Prowler, Ashcoat of the Shadow. That's fucking wild. I saw someone who had a commander that was like a thing where anytime someone didn't spend all of their mana on their turn, then they took damage equal to the amount of mana they didn't spend. Silver Hive Lord, says Viper, and DVCU said Relentless Rats. I was crazy once. Mana Bird. How do you fuckers know the names for these? What is this? It feels like going to a fucking... It feels like going to a line dance and being like, how the fuck does everyone know all of the moves to these dances and why is the wobble so wrong? Where do you fuckers learn all this? Also, Cam says I may have DM'd you. Hey! And so Teresa says I've been playing Magic for decades. It's like that, and also I'm very confused about the concept of, no, Cam, we have different ideas, but that is a very good idea. I'm not gonna say it out loud, I just saw your DM, that's really good though. Also, Whitney, hi! Whitney says, oh, is that Diana the Rose who didn't buy dice for me? I didn't buy dice, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry. I tried, but they put you so far away. They put you in the fucking boonies, and it was so hard to cross the entire convention center to get to you when I had to run between panels and then go through the entirety of the fucking exhibit hall, and I ran out of time at the end of the day. And then you were already gone. I'm so sorry. But I will buy 2 sets next time. Whitney says, oh, so I'm not worth talking to, Diana? Chat, help me. Chat, I'm being bullied, please. I'll give you my money eventually. There's a poll up from Yerba Dang, which says, which is best, ramen, raw spacemen, raw spacemen, space ramen, space raw men. What the fuck is space raw men? And how do I order some? Also, G the Mystic says people know Magic the Gathering terms like, you know, D&D terms. I know D&D terms because there's a book. If there's a fucking book about Magic the Gathering that names all of the fucking, like, deck types and all the jargon that you fuckers have put into this thing, then point me at it. But I have a feeling it's just word of mouth, and that is not at all applicable to what I'm doing here. Whitney says, I adore you. I'll send you the shop link next week. But I kind of want to buy them in person is the thing. It's more special when I can look you in the eye while I'm handing you my money and getting bullied about reparations, which I'm not white, so, you know, I'll do it anyway, but fuck. Jack says it's their book. Somebody sent her a copy of the rulebook. Do I have a copy of the rulebook? Viper says it's word of mouth and almost 20 years of doing this. It's that. And then also Whitney says, you know, valid. My favorite thing about Whitney as a human being, one of several, is the fact that when you go up to her booth, it's a fucking experience shopping around, because she won't bullshit you, and she won't like do that sneaky thing where she tries to pretend to be your friend just to get you to buy dice. She's like, yeah, you want some dice? Pay me for them. What color do you like? Like, whatever I can do, you know? She's very transparent, and it's my favorite fucking thing, because I know exactly what I'm getting, and I don't feel like I have to avoid eye contact, like the way you do when you're walking the exhibit hall. Anyway, Magic has a wiki with all the terms and rules, and Autism Gaming says, do you want to read the comprehensive rule book? Kinda, actually. I know you guys think that doesn't sound fun to me. That sounds so fucking fun. Also, Umbral says, I know you're talking Magic. If there's a time and point, would love to know if you have or have played Old Gods of Appalachia. I would love to, actually. So I have Old Gods. It's sitting over on the shelf over there. I'm not gonna grab it because it's buried underneath 17 other books, but Old Gods of Appalachia is a wonderful role-playing game. It's created by Monty Cook as well. Old Gods of Appalachia. I haven't played it only because I feel like I need to go through the, actually let's go to the Kickstarter, because the Kickstarters are where people put their best foot forward when it comes to like all of their assets and their visuals and things like that. But Old Gods is based off of the podcast, and I started listening to the podcast. I never got fully into it, but it's got a bunch of fucked up looking creatures, like full on Crossroads demons. It's got like all these old folktale type creatures. Also, Michael says you need to get into a Memento Mori game. If you know of one, I would pay you for the information. I straight up went to the Two Little Mice booth and I was like, you fuckers, you guys are, I know the game's only a year old. You guys are my favorite game ever that I want to play that I haven't yet. I'm begging you to let me know when you get an AP funded or something. It's so good. The premise of the game is that you're in Memento Mori, that is, not Old Gods. The premise of Memento Mori is that you go into wait, hold on. Whitney says I'm not here to be your friend. I want to buy cake that requires your money. Help me hurt you. I specifically heard Whitney talking to some random person at her booth the other day, and she was like, yeah, like I really just want to separate you from your cash, specifically so I can order a little grocery store cake and some pizza for my hotel room tonight and eat it quietly and just be happy. And that was the most real shit. Anyway, Crayhack, thank you so much, saying living my Magic the Gathering dream through you. Great. For me, it's a nightmare. For you, it's I'm glad it's good for one of us, which is something I hear quite a lot for other reasons. Anyway, Crayhack, let's get you on the board. Thank you so much for being here. What was I talking about? Memento Mori is a game that I wish Michael wouldn't keep reminding me that I can't play because no one fucking plays it, but my god, I want to play it so bad. It's a game where you play as someone in a fantasy bubonic plague style England, and you are dying, like straight up, you got the plague, you caught COVID, because you didn't 6 feet away from, you know, ye old wife or whatever, and you're currently dying, and you're gonna die by the end, but you have to complete some task before you do. As you go through the world and as the disease progresses, you do get new, like, dark abilities related to it, which are pretty fucking cool. They have to do with, like, vermin and pestilence and shit like that. And there's also monsters and things like, you know, harpies and all that sort of fun stuff. It's a very cool little game. Zach, hello, saying shout out Memento Mori. It's so fucking cool looking, and the art is amazing, and the setup is amazing. I have the gold foil tarot cards. It's so cool. Michael says at some point I'm gonna find some people who want to dive into how messed up that game is. It is so cool because, like, fucking one of the creatures in the game is a dragon, and in order to find the dragon, you have to go to the end of the world. And the dragon is like this godlike being. It doesn't have stats. It's like, you know, looming over fucking cities, just observing, right? Like, it's basically the closest thing you get to a god in this game. Anyway, Duke says I do love dark games. I collect them, so it's so much fun. Let's see. Michael says I also love how you can lose who you are and only the other PCs remember you. Yeah, your systems start to shut down, so the character sheet is all about how you have... Also, Zach, thank you so much for this sub. Before I forget, here, let me toss you on the board. Congrats, you get to try out the new chisel tip marker. Here we are. Let me do the influencer thing. This right here is in Amazon Basics marker in black. I hear they also have charcoal and void available. And then we have... We'll toss your name out here. Zach types... Thank you so much. Lovely to have you. Amazing human being as always. Zach says, I lurk now, but I want to check in and say hi. Hope you're recovering well. My voice won't be by the end of this, but it's good to see you. And thank you so much again for that demo, by the way. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say about it, but I think that was super cute and super fucking cool. Greyhack says, is the dragon a death god? I like death gods. The way I run it in my games of Memento Mori is it can make a deal with you and basically a bargain depending on whether or not you die, but that's like a whole thing. Zach says you can say as much as you like. You didn't sign shit. Okay, I just don't want to get you in trouble because I know you... Can I actually, or is this like a... Like I didn't say anything, but I'm not gonna piss someone off. I can also hold off. I can actually. Okay, solid. So I don't do a lot of demos at GenCon, right? Lean in, chat, this is cool. So I don't do a lot of demos at GenCon, but one of the biggest parts of GenCon is the fact that you can demo games that are upcoming, you can play test games by smaller people, and you can play, you know, games that you haven't learned yet, but that have been out for a while. So for example, one of the demos I did was of the Walking Dead TTRPG by Free League. Another one I did is for a game that isn't out yet, and it's called... It's Riverbank, right? If I remember the name correctly. And this is the cutest little D6 and D4 based game where you play as little creatures. You play as little guys, right? I played as a hedgehog. I had everyone else at the table, the cast of Venture Forth, sitting around, and they played as, you know, a lizard, or they played as, I think one of us, there was a squirrel. I want to say one of us was an owl. I can't quite remember. And we ran through a little one-shot. It was only like 2 hours as like a condensed demo, but it was so cute. We got to play as little animals that were actually like humanoid personified. They have their own communities. They have their own like towns and occupations and careers and hobbies and things like that. They can even have pets, except your pet is just like a little insect. One of us had a little beetle as his pet. Oh no, there's an ad. That's okay. I'm gonna yap about this for like 3 minutes. They'll get in on the end. And there's a whole thing. It's very Redwall style, right? Humans also exist, so, you know, you are interacting with actual humanoid beings, like proper, like, tall humans, and everything is, from what I understand, real size. So I was playing as a hedgehog, but one of us was playing as, like, a whole-ass fox, and then there were humans that came into our town as, like, a tourism bit every once in a while, and it was really cool, but also the actions that you took in the game, depending on how you took them, very Honey Heist style, could slide you on a scale that goes from -8 to +8. Or you get like 8 points in certain directions along a linear scale. And you start at 0, right in the middle, between two values and 2 defining factors. One is poetry, and one is animality, I believe. And so if you do things in game and you push yourself to complete certain acts by acting more like a human, then you get more points in poetry. And once you get 8 points in poetry, you just like basically are a person. You lose your animal instincts. You exist, you forget that you're an animal, and you lose yourself. And it's kind of like losing the game almost. The GM kind of takes over a little bit and adds additional rules the closer to being a human you get, the higher up in poetry you get. But on the other side of the scale, there's a bit called animality. And that is how feral you become. If you get all the way up in the scale of animality, you just forget any of your humanity and you fully get into just being a normal ass animal, the kind that's just running around and not part of society. So it's like the difference between, you know, our Fox character went into a crowd of humans and pickpocketed a bunch of like, you know, a pocket chain and like a little pocket watch or a compass from them and like walked into the crowd on 4 legs. And then because of the pickpocketing, in order to succeed, they had to put some points into poetry, which then made it so that by the time they walked out of the crowd on the other side, they were like on 2 feet holding all their shit in their hands. It was super cute. Of course, the animal builds are also like realistic to your species. So since I was playing a hedgehog, I was really good at climbing. I had a very green thumb. I had a bunch of traits that would be realistic for an animal like that. You know, it's super cool. I really liked the game. It was just sweet. It was short. It was fantastic for one-shots, and it's very like cottagecore. But of course, you could also make it very not a cottagecore if you want to, I assume. So like, if it ever gets into my hands, for example, I'm probably gonna find a way to make it a horror game that's an allegory for environmental disasters. But you know, that's just me. Normally, it's cottagecore. So that was super cute. I get to play with the Venture 4 team. They're all amazing human beings, and just like, oh, it was so much fun. Craig Stash says hedgehogs be good climbers. I would have thought of burrow speed. They eat insects. I haven't known them to be fossorial, but also I'm not a hedgehog person. It was just like, hey, you're good at climbing things. It doesn't have to be specifically trees. I think it was just like heights. I can't really remember. Numel says, were you really fast? I can't remember there being a movement thing in that game. There's like size traits, but I don't know if there are movement traits. Oh, you're making a Sonic the Hedgehog joke. I'm so dumb. I'm so sorry. So speedy. But Zach says, yeah, we have a group of GMs who are doing a riverbank game and made it very noir. Oh, that's fucking cool. That would be sick. Holy shit. Anyway, it's not released yet. It's coming soon. So it was just fun. Jaunty, hey, welcome in. Also, we had a posture check a little while ago, and Juggernaut Nate had also subscribed at tier 1. It's good to see you. Let me toss you in over here. Juggernaut Nate. The pen is slowly running out of ink from like an obscene level of ink down to like a normal level, which is quite nice. But Zach says, okay, lurk now, be nice and buy Diana super chat. Thanks, Zach. Good to see you. Also, Plinko says, hey, Diana, I like your stream setup. Thank you so much. It's mostly me buying so many fucking lights, by the way. And Zach Vane says, Diana would like a game that allows you to go feral. I like games that, and this is not a joke at all, I love games that have to do with the concept of humanity and how it changes, and this game absolutely could be that. That's also why I do games like Memento Mori, right? You're just losing your humanity in a different way. But yeah. Kajiko said, I know how much you like horror type games. I sent you money on Venmo for a game called Dead Take.
It was so great to meet you
did?
at GenCon. Alfred 30
Thank
big
you.
heart.
Okay, what is Dead Take? Why does it sound like a card game? Dead Take. Oh shit, this is the one with the Neil. Wait a sec. I haven't seen this.
I'm Vinnie Monroe.
Hello, my name is Chase Lowry.
I am auditioning for a Duke Kane film.
I will do anything for this role.
Action. What's haunting you, Marion?
All of this.
Duke doesn't just make movies. He creates worlds.
He's always watching. Nothing escapes him.
Is this
And the
a
way he
horror
pushes
game?
his actors, he is sculpting them into something bigger than themselves.
There's a party, Vinny, which I'd love for you to attend.
The magnum opus of the great genius Duke Kane.
Vinny, get out of there, please. Just pick up. Goddamn.
Magic of cinema is that it lets us peel back the skin, see the marrow of a man,
Don't believe what he says, Vinny.
what he hides,
You're trying to fuck up my career.
what he dreams.
No.
Fuck this shit.
Let me in.
Answer your fucking phone.
Please tell me that you were not always like this.
I don't know what the fuck I just watched. What is this about and why is it bundled with Pal World? Also, Meek Shawat says Bellator Ben and the vampire guy Neil. I love them. I actually, first of all, Ben had this one like smolder. He knows what the fuck he's doing. Friendship Plays. Hi, and Alpha Tactical. Thank you so much for subbing. Saying it was great to meet you at GenCon. Yes, great to meet you too. When did I meet you exactly? I'll remember better if I remember the context. Technical. Thank you so much for the sub. I put you on the board to help me test out my whiteboard marker. But Friendship Place, welcome in. Hello, hello. Viper says, oh, it's because they're by the same publisher. I was confused as to why Pal World was being bundled with it. Fucking wild. Okay. So, let's see. This is written like a script. Night falls and he still won't pick up the phone. Arrive at the mansion, last place he went. So you're finding a missing friend. And it has to do with the acting industry or like the movie industry. An abandoned film set, a broken home cinema, search the mansion and unlock its secrets. But it's a horror game. I can't play a horror game. The house is watching. It seems to haunt your steps. Piece together what really happened last night as you discover a side of it in the entertainment industry only discussed in whispers. The cruelty, the sordid gossip, the audition's gone wrong. Fuck, that's a little too real as someone who's been to LA enough times on that in that crowd. The shadowy figure with the power to make or break your career. This is fascinating. Okay. If American Ben Star jump scared me one more time, I was gonna delete Blatcher from my library. Just kidding, but this game slaps. Okay. I'm scared. Maddie says Diana, so you got asked in the same movie, you should bring Ross. I can do that.
Answer your fucking phone!
I'm outside Duke's place.
Also, having these guys do American accents
I'm
is
outside.
trippy to me.
I'm coming for you.
Duke doesn't just make movies.
Action.
He creates worlds.
He's always watching.
The
Nothing escapes
change
him.
nowadays
Vinny,
for
do you know how important this is?
like video games to go more cinematic and
delicious.
get more into like
You look delicious.
No, stop, come on.
cinema is fascinating to me. Holy shit.
Do you need any
My friend says I ran into
no.
Wednesday with one of your friends. Your
Let's
post
just
still up on my
turn
phone.
this
Asked if you
up.
were you. Yeah, no, that wasn't weird at all. That actually happens so much more than you think. They like people will absolutely hold up my profile and be like, "Is this
Wow.
you?" And I'm like,
You look
"Yeah,
delicious.
it's me."
Let's
Especially if
just
they don't
hurry
remember
this
my
up.
name. They're like, because
The
a
way
lot
he
of people don't
pushes his
remember my name
actors.
just by being their name, which
He is
is
sculpting them into something bigger than themselves.
I will do anything for this role.
There's a party, Vinny, which I'd love for you to attend.
The magnum opus of the great genius Duke Kane.
well, first of all, never break
Please tell me that you
a
were not
UV
always
light
like
when LA.
No one tells you how fucking hard it is.
That's just that I did a
things
blind
you have
run
to
of it. I went.
sacrifice.
It went hard, scared me so bad. Why'd you buy it for me then?
This industry,
got
it
everyone.
never lets you go, darling.
Oh, this is gonna be one of those things that's like, oh, it's out. It's like out. Huh. Maybe I'll. Guys, I'm scared real easily. I got scared by Crime Scene Cleaner the other day. I don't know if this is for me. Anyway, Bug says this game will make me shit more than my trousers. Also, Quincy said you're the girl with the cool hair. Hi, Quincy. Hello. I'm so sorry that I couldn't hang out with you until the last day, dude. I miss you already. But Tony Robinson, hello. Good to see you. Thanks so much for the follow. And dude that says Starrin's career is popping off. He does genuinely great work too. Like it's not unwarranted, you know. Hey, Lurking Fears, Kelsey, or whoever runs the account is over on TikTok saying, woohoo, glad to see you got back safe from GenCon, and I didn't get sick, which is even better, which is amazing. I just lost my voice a bunch of times. Hi, Fish, hello. But Kashka said, because it was bought for me to play on stream, and now I want to watch you play it on stream. That is not how, I don't play horror games, Cash. Also, Quincy said, I wasn't able to hang out with anyone until the last night. Always so busy at GenCon. Yeah, I feel so bad. I saw most people just like in passing or like maybe once, and I couldn't hang out with them afterwards because I was like, I'm so sorry. I have 3 places I'm supposed to be at the same time right now. It was rough. Juggernaut says I got sick at GenCon. Oh no, I'm sorry. Also, JX says, save it for October and do a fundraiser where you only play if chat hits the goal on the previous stream. I can't. I really can't. It's gonna like fuck with my psyche, dude. I'm really not good at that. I would have to spoil it ahead of myself. It wouldn't, I don't think so. Also, Vaderate says they're super excited for Campaign 4 of CR. Honestly, I'm I'm excited for more Daggerheart streams, or sorry, Daggerheart APs to be a thing. That's about all I can say right now. I'm honest to God not a CR person anymore, only because I am so far behind on anything that has to do with Exandria. And I know it's gonna be like a whole different system and a whole different like thing nowadays. That's fine. I don't have the time. I'm excited to see how the audience reacts to it. I don't 100% know if that's gonna be, like, I probably won't watch it, but I also will be too busy studying Daggerheart for myself, so, you know. Shelly says, howdy, welcome back from GenCon. Thank you so much. Also, great to see you. I can't believe I missed, because we didn't run into each other, right? We were supposed to. Also, Nate says Dead by Daylight October streams. I could. There are some horror games I play, but it's a very short list. Neptunes, thank you so much for subscribing with Prime. It's lovely to have you, the god of the sea themselves. Let me add you to the board of people helping me test out this marker. Oh my god, tunes. There we go. The tests are going well. Shelly says, I think we saw each other at the end of West's show and then never again. We did, yes. I feel so bad for fucking how long it took me to find that room. I was also like, I lost my ticket and then had to sprint back to my handler to ask if he had it and then sprint back to the show. And then by the time I got to Union Station, I had no fucking clue where the room was and I got lost 3 separate times, went down the wrong elevators. It was insane. And I came in just in time to turn in my ticket and then everyone was gone. But Frecky is here. Hey, Frecky! Also, Cash Cow said, Dinah, if you play Dead by Daylight, you have to invite me. I don't really play Dead by Daylight. I have it. I don't really play it. I'm not good at it. I do love that asymmetric gameplay, though. Hey, Cash, thanks for the 5 gifted subs to the community. That's wonderful. Also, Vinny's File says, Circle of Death, Druid Diana scared of fictional death. I'm scared of jump scares, is really it. Frankie says, hey, good to see you again. And Alpha says, oh gosh, that area was a nightmare to navigate. It was so bad and it never gets better every year. They have to go out of their way to add more signs with specific arrows saying, hey, this room is this direction and turn here. They are so fucking lazy about that. But Demon Slayer 97, welcome in. And thank you so much for the hydrate. I'll get to that in a sec. And then let's see yeah, Cash Cow, there we are. Thank you so much. I don't have you on the board already, so I'll add you in here for Cash Cow ×5. Thank you for the gifted sub, friend. Luke says, feature reference to tickets there. If you get to the event and you don't have it, ask the EO. It's okay. If it's okay, if you still get in and bring the ticket back later, they sometimes allow it so they still get credit. I see. It was a $12 ticket though, so I don't 100% know if that would have flown. But either way. And Cassie Rain says, that's why I love Resident Evil. If I'm jump scared, I have a shotgun. That's true, but like, can you actually fight back in Resident Evil? I thought the whole premise is that you're like running the entire time. Anyway, here's that hydrate. Let's see. We also have Gilded Royalty, who said, I never thought about doing a charity highlight stream. Something where your community submits their favorite charities ahead of time. You review them and pick your favorites. Then on stream, you talk about the ones you picked as your favorites. Just a neat way to highlight good causes for those looking for new places to give back. I have never heard of that concept, actually. That'd be kind of cool. I would also feel bad about like choosing specific charities over others though. Like I'm a please absolutely everyone at all times person, and I don't want to I want to alienate anyone even in like the most slightest inconsequential way. Plus I'm so fucking predictable. I guarantee I would choose anything to do with animals or like accessibility in gaming. That's really all of it. Shelly says I should have shipped stuff instead of packed it. My bag was so expensive. No, yeah, I feel you. I had to pay $140 on the way back. It was real bad. It was not good. I know exactly where you're coming from. So when it comes to Gen Con, when you buy a fuck ton of things, which sometimes is a better deal, then it's usually better if you have a fuck ton of things, especially books, to ship it back to yourself. I have a bunch of stuff that's not arriving till Friday that I ship to myself from, via UPS. But Frankie says, is anyone hitting up PAX West? I am. So I'm going to be at PAX West. I posted a giveaway and the results for that. I think the giveaway ended yesterday, and so you should be getting your results within a week, and the PAX team will essentially email you and ask for a little bit of info for your badge. So some of you guys might have applied to that giveaway and might be winning a free badge at PAX West. So that should be super fun. iJuggernaut says, I was stupid and thought about mailing a Star Wars RPG to your PO box because you're traveling and forgot to say it to you. That is actually the perfect, so that Star Wars RPG, which by the way, Nate gave me the Star Wars RPG, and then also a bunch of like stud earrings that are little like teeny polyhedral dice. They're so fucking cute. I'm probably gonna use them as like lanyard pins, only because I don't really like, my ears are pierced, but I don't wear earrings enough to justify it. But they could be the cutest little like minimalist decal on things, so I might do that. But Craig says you can do the charity of me, where all my money goes to making my dogs happy. That's tempting. Iron Joker, welcome in. Also, I need to change my posture for Doc Crime. What was I saying? I was talking about charities, then I was talking about pleasing everyone, shipping things. What else? PAX West, yeah, so there's a giveaway happening. Long story short, keep an eye on your emails and let the team know if you can make it, and they will set up everything for you. Oh yeah, and the Star Wars game. The Star Wars game was actually, it filled a perfect slot in my bookshelf, and it like, I just had the teeniest little gap, and it slid right in. So that, I don't know, I like those sorts of things. But Cassie says, have you played Star Wars 5e? I haven't, so I don't know enough about Star Wars to really competently play it, but I have friends who played it. If you go to Dice Times on YouTube, for example, they did one of the most impressive actual plays I've ever seen of Fallout, of Red Dead, of Star Wars. They've done a bunch of different games, and it's like the coolest fucking shit. They have like a whole set, everyone cosplays amazingly. Cash Call said it slid right in, that's what she said. Jesus. We were talking about Magic the Gathering, we were talking about Old Gods of Appalachia as well. Also, Alan says, speaking of the Star Wars, did any of the Star Wars Unlimited stuff, or did anyone see any Star Wars Unlimited stuff happening at GenCon? I wasn't paying attention, I don't think. Cedric says, are we not doing phrasing anymore? And Nate says, Star Wars RPG is nice because you don't need Star Wars knowledge, just understanding what like smugglers or bounty hunters are and are willing to shoot stuff. I can appreciate a willingness to shoot things. But yeah, let's see. What the fuck is this? Why is it upside down? Wait, can you just... Is this legal? Is this a thing people could do? Oh, okay. I see. So when you do a certain thing, you can flip it. None of this is what I have, mind you. I do remember, like... Oh god, what was it? Umbra cards? Or is this a thing? Hold on. I remember when I was a kid. Yeah, all these Umbra cards. One of the things I was talking about back when I was initially getting into D&D, or not D&D, Magic the Gathering, is I had the Snake Umbra and Boar Umbra and like a couple different Umbra cards, right? Which is essentially like this spirit creature that you can turn into or, you know, cover yourself in, and it gives you different bonuses. And I was like, man, if I ever get into Magic the Gathering again, it's gonna be to collect cards of certain types. And like, I don't know. It'd be pretty cool to like just collect cards with certain art and things like that. Although, what the fuck is an Umbra Stalker? There's an Umbral God? Oh, shit. Okay. Wild. Anyway. Quincy said there's a lot of special cards that have unique designs, which I like. And there's also like, I remember also circle cards, which had, yeah, these little things. But there was, yeah, circle protection. Here we go. I really liked these as well. But, yeah. And they just looked cool. And the art was fancy. Quincy says, what colors are you more drawn to? I do... You talked to me about doing, like, Angels decks. I did, God, what are they called? Green and black decks. So, Shelly says I like collecting movie poster art cards. That's a thing? Oh, I didn't know that. Also, Symmetry says they did a Final Fantasy set. That I don't know how I feel about. I don't know how I feel about, like, the weird IPs. I get that it works, but... Notster says the number of types Diana has is concerning. Is it all types? It's, is there a way to Google cards with beards? Can I Google beard? Will that show up? Barktooth Warbeard? That's my type. Treebeard, Eldest of Ents? This is a thing? Oh my god. Okay. I was doing this as a bit, but this is kind of cute. Anyway. Semric says the newest set is space themed. Yeah, Luke actually gifted me 2 boosters for that set, which was not bad. Semric says they're doing half Universe Beyond sets now. Yeah, that's a lot of them. Also, half job SB, or wait, half, oh my gosh. It's not jab, but I don't think I can say that word. Let's see. Thank you so much for the sub and for gifting it to Quincy. Super sweet of you. And then Dog Crime says Uncle Istvan has a beard. Who is Uncle Istvan? And he's older? Hold on. This one. Okay. He kind of seems like a serial killer. I don't know how I feel about serial killers. Do art, beard? Oh, is that a thing? Holy shit, where the illustration contains beard. No way. This automatically searches for anything that has a beard? Oh, he's my type. He's definitely my type. Wow, I didn't know this was a thing. So even in the background, that is so cool. Who the fuck sorts through all this? Let's see. Frankie says I missed my chance to talk to Quincy at 16-bit. You'll run into him again. Also, Airhead says, hey, late to the party, but wanted to watch the end of stream.
Hi,
How was
late to
GenCon?
the
It was
party, but
good. It
wanted
was
to catch the end
solid.
of
Welcome
stream.
in.
How was
Let me
GenCon?
get everyone on the board. Here's half. What? Half. There we go. Half. And who was Arrowhead? There we go. Thank you so much for joining. 32, is it? Yeah, 32. Thanks for being here. Cassie says AI probably scrapes the images. That's understandable, I guess. Also, Semric says I need to make a glorious beard deck. Does that mean that I could search for anything? Could I say, like, if I search for everything that has a bear in it? Huh. Yeah. That is wild. Wait, can I search for anything that has turkey? Okay. I didn't think it was gonna be like a literal turkey. I meant like turkey on a platter somewhere, but that's not bad, I guess. What the fuck is this and why is it so torn up? A strutting turkey. It's part of the unsanctioned deck? Have we looked at this before? Oh my god, are these just a bunch of like fucked up decks that don't actually do anything? Huh. This one has something that only works during certain times of day or night. Also, Summer says the newest set is the best card called Chrome Companion. Also, DBC said an unseries. They're mostly joke sets. Oh. Okay, wait, hold on. What is the Chrome Companion? Is this a download for Google Chrome? Oh! Hi! Oh my goodness, look at his little hand. Look at his little wave and his fucking... Jesus, this dude could go Mach speed with this shit. Wild. Let's see. Zimbus says, a friend of mine made a deck entirely centered around artwork where the subject is looking to the left exclusively. Deck building gets weird for sure. Oh, goodness. You could also try food. Ooh, okay. Art, food. Give me anything with snack. Whoa, what is this? Oh, it's Strixhaven stuff. Oh, I was just looking at this art style. This art style is gorgeous. Okay. There's an Aladdin card. Wild. A good day to pie. A golden opportunity. Oh, this little guy is holding like some... Oh, that's so cute. He's just got his eggs. Damn, now I want eggs. What the fuck is this? Hello? As more... This is a real card? When whatever the fuck this is called enters, you can search your library for a card named the Underworld Cookbook, reveal it, put it in your hand, and shuffle. Is there a whole meta based on food? House Duggan says you can make a whole deck based around using food tokens. Oh! Fucking wild. Arrowhead says please try to pronounce that name. Okay. It's Asmoranomacardiastinaculadar. Haha! I knew a bit of Latin from my college days. There's types of decks that can use food tokens. Okay. Oh my god. This is pretty cute. Oh my god, I forgot about the fucking Assassin's Creed crossover as well. Can I just like play as a god? Hold on. God of the Cosmos? Alrund gets +1/+1 for each card in your hand and each foretold card you own in exile. Put a bunch of cards into your hand. Oh, he's also got his pet. That's cute. Okay. Jesus, this dude is fucking... I didn't know you could play a literal god. Aetheros, god of passage. Whenever another creature you own dies, return it to your hand unless target opponent plays 3 life. Bioquartz Space Godzilla. Okay. Mecha Godzilla? What the fuck is happening in this goddamn series? Odin, hi, hello. Guys, the newest episode of Worlds Apart is out, by the way, which is why Odin is popping in to say hello. Don't forget to check it out later. Jesus. Autism Gaming says, have you seen the website EDH Rec? It's really helpful for tech ideas. Is it gonna have ridiculous ones? Because I feel like having really fucked up, wait, hold on. Donkey Juice says most of those crazy arts are real cards with different names and arts. Oh my god. Oh, it was a promo. I see, I see. It's a crystalline giant card that's just reskinned to be Mecha Godzilla. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better, but Jesus fuck. Ego Drain, a god of death. Oh. And a throne of death. Erebos, god of the dead. I want to have a god. I want to have a god card. How do I get a god card, chat? Are they hard? Are they legal? Are they hard? Is the god hard? Odin says, no, I was just popping in to say hello. Hi, Odie. Guys, everyone say hello to Odin's son. Fantastic human being and is in a bit of a Pokemon stint the same way I'm in a Magic the Gathering stint. Old man Agi, welcome in. Hello, hello. And then Donkey Juice says, you look like you would enjoy loot. I mean, as a human, absolutely. As a Magic the Gathering person, let's see. Or are we looking up art, loot? Oh, who the fuck is this little man? Loot the Pathfinder. Oh, oh, this is so cute. Hello. Look at this little guy. Oh, he's trapped. No, help him. Oh, he looks like a cutie. Hello, hello. What a little guy. That's pretty cute. This is pretty adorable. Is he wandering around in here somewhere? Is that why it's showing? Oh yeah, he's like going for a snack. That's pretty cute. Oh yeah, an Eggnogger stash. So I had this card as part of a Christmas promo that Wizards sent me, and they, like, I ended up giving it to a friend because it was just a promo card, and he absolutely loved it. He was like, I'll pay you for it. And I was like, fucking, it's fine. It's okay. Batchild says, I know you saw your vid on saying hi at cons. I've checked it out twice now. Maybe PAX West, I'll stop being a baby. Yes, I mean, I'll be around for sure. PAX West is a little bit harder to find me. I'm usually wandering around the tabletop section going in circles, but the thing is, PAX West is like fucking split up between 4 different buildings. It's really difficult to find someone there only because it's so spread out and there you do a lot of walking. So I try and stay in one area, but I will be there, which is gonna be super fun. Oh my god, this is cool. What else is here? I remember liking the, hold on, what was it, art? I remember liking the sliver cards quite a bit. And I don't think they make them, do they make them nowadays, or are these kind of like older vibes? Because I remember these guys were just like creepy looking, and I really, really liked them because they were almost like elementals in a sense. And then like the way they do hydras is really cool in this game too. Aggie says, I used to have magic cards. I lost something once. But Girl with a Pie is saying, good night, I'm gonna go take a bubble bath and go to bed. Have a wonderful rest of your dream. Enjoy your bubble bath. That sounds so cozy. And then people are saying, don't go to the dark side. But the slivers are pretty old. Got it. Go slivers, don't listen to them. What's happening? Wait, why? Is this a controversy? Is this a hot take? Viper says slivers are the absolute best. Can't change my mind. Are they like some crazy thing? All slivers have regenerate target sliver. Whoa. Okay. Cool. That's pretty sick. Do they just like help each other out? All slivers have flying. All slivers have haste. Is this just something where you give like slivers build off other slivers? They're great for playing and great if you don't want friends or people to play with you. Really? Oh, slivers cause others to hate you? Are these all still legal? Can you? Yeah, you can play with these things. What the fuck? This permanent seals. Should I, is that the, should I, Chad, should I do it? I don't, just to fuck with people. Legal, sure. Moral, not so much, says Andronimo. I mean, it looks fun. I could get the Sliver Grave. Imagine pulling this out and just seeing your opponent just like throw down their deck and walk away instantly. I kind of want to do it for fun. Andronimo says, or sorry, Juggernaut Ape says, but you have to run like 5 colors. Oh, that can't be super bad because there's colorless lands, right? You'll lose, friend. That's why my commander deck is Sliver Hive Lord. Huh. That sounds great. Moral sounds like a you problem, says, oh no, it's Lino. Also, Dwipton, thank you so much for the sub with Prime. It's good to see you. Also, House Dugan says, if you want to lose friends, then play a land destruction deck. What's the... How do you know? How? Andronima says tough to run. I used to play a Angels and Vampires deck, so the lifelink and the constant healing was so fucked up that I won a decent amount of the time. But Dwifton, it wasn't Commander, mind you. Thank you so much for the sub, Dwifton. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for subbing. Let's see. Oh, that's starting soon. Here's just chatting. There we go. And where is my pen cap? That's okay. Who needs pen caps? Land destruction keeps one from playing the game. It's frowned upon. Really? This is giving the same vibe as that one thing in like, what is it, Star Wars, where you can turn off a lightsaber and turn it on again to avoid someone parrying your shit. And like, technically it's incredibly highly frowned upon, but also like, it would fucking win, wouldn't it? Or is it that bad? Summer says friends don't let friends play blue. The hot magic takes are insane. Here we are. Varric, thank you so much for being a sub. Same with Hazel Meg, who subbed for a month at tier 1. Thank you so much. Hazel Meg, I'm gonna toss your name in down here. Hazel Meg, it's lovely to have you. Thanks for being here. Right in the corner there. Lex says the pass the blade technique. Okay, okay. Also, Symmetry says the only one having fun with land destruction is the only one doing the destroying. And also CBCU said, how much money do you want to drop? Because slivers are like multiple hundreds to build that deck. Is it really? Oh shit, okay. Got it, so I can't do this. The legend rule doesn't apply to slivers you control. Guys, what's the legend rule? Help, actually wait, I have the power to Google this. MTG legend rule. The legendary or legend rule. If a player controls 2 or more legendary permanents of the same name when state-based effects are checked, the player chooses one of those permanents and immediately puts the other into the owner's graveyard without having an opportunity to respond. This does destroy other permanents, does not cause them to reset.
And
Wait,
I tune
so
in to see Scryfall. She's gone
you
down
can't
the
have 2 of the
MTG
same
hole.
thing. Right? For slivers. So you can have multiple legendary slivers? You can only have 1 legend of the same name. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So, oh, this looks so much like fun. I feel like I need to get my most competitive friend and start playing. Also, Juggernaut says that lightsaber skill would work in theory, but the Sith thought that they were too badass to do that, and Jedi thought it was unhonorable. Sounds like the Sith didn't really want to win. From my humble opinion. Sabertag, welcome in, and Painless, hello, hello. I'm running out of room here. This is Painless. Thank you so much for subbing, you guys. This all goes towards my Magic the Gathering fund. But in the meantime, if you can't sub, or if you want to support someone in the TTRPG and streaming space, Blizz, our friend, is having a bit of a rough time with cancer right now, so we have a GoFundMe going to help him out a little bit. Please, please, please donate what you can and keep an eye on the space for future TTRPG endeavors to go help raise money for him, because he's a great person, like a genuinely smiley, wonderful human being who didn't know who the fuck I was, but was still really nice to me, even though I didn't know who the fuck he was either. And then later I found out he's famous. Just a wonderful human being who doesn't deserve cancer, but yet life decided to nerf him unreasonably so. Let's see, Sabertag and Jai Scott, welcome in. Thank you so much. This is Painless also says, she's back from GenCon and I tune in to see Scryfall. She's gone down the Magic the Gathering hole. Listen, I got peer pressured, okay? The fucking D&D influencers got me. Hasbro got me, dude. Let's see. Donkey Juice says, if you want a strong and easy to play deck, check out Ardbert. Is that a name? Ardbert. Ardbert, Warrior of Darkness. I already don't like him. I don't like him based off the look in his eyes. He looks like a Chad. This guy would bully me in high school. This guy would host a party and have an actual DJ at the age of 14. Steven says you are the D&D influencer? Listen, The other ones are worse than me, I swear. Nick, welcome in. Same with Tommy Pickles. It's good to see you. Samrick says this isn't helping me on the event horizon of getting back into Magic. I'm so sorry. Also, Sabertag says if you're a fan of peer pressure, look up Nelly Borka. Yo, they have Nelly in this game. I saw his concert last year. That's crazy. Wait, Doc says make a sexy vampire deck. I don't really want to. That seems too basic. And I also don't like, it has to have some green sprinkled in my opinion. But anyway, so who is this guy? A spirit warrior. Ugh. I don't like his vibe, chat. I don't imagine me making a set of Magic the Gathering cards, but it's all dudes who look like they would bully me in high school. I'm gonna start making the most ridiculous. This is what happens when I have disposable income and a fucking like an into Hasbro. Is I'm gonna make a deck that's fully themed around some crazy shit. I'm gonna make like a 9/11 deck. Just watch. Liam says, are you gonna be doing any actual play stuff at PAX Sauce? I think so. I hope so. I actually don't know. I don't know if I'm doing an AP yet. I know that I was potentially gonna do a bunch of panels and a meet and greet. Working on it. Symmetry says I have a vampire deck. I call it Drinking Problem. And Donkachu says you can play Elminster. Oh. Theoration. Hi, welcome in. Is saying welcome back from GenCon. How was it? It was pretty solid. It was fun. I lost my voice. I'm losing it again. Androno says they hit the second Planeswalker. So I did start looking for... Let me do this. Now that I know how this works. Just looking for tower art cards. Oh shit, the Hydras. That's what I was gonna look for. It's potentially getting like a Hydra thing because those look fun. A Blood Moon, which makes it so non-basic lands are mountains. Ooh, that's cool. Can you fucking imagine? Okay, I did also want to look for Hydra. Because I remember having an Apocalypse Hydra when I was a kid. And none of these look like fancy legendary ones. What the fuck is a domesticated Hydra? Oh, interesting. It can like go crazy. That is wild. I just like the looks of them. Look at how many head pats you can give these guys. You know? Nick says I'm dipping my toes into Magic the Gathering, and is it viable to have an all cute / pretty cards? Because I am basic. I guess set Bloomborough would be cute if you're thinking like cute. If you're thinking like pretty, that might be a different vibe. But these have like little critters, like little dudes. It's just a bunch of like, look at this. Look at how fucking cute this little guy is. Juggernaut says I always hated how damage doesn't stay on creatures. I feel like that's an important part of the mechanics though. Also, Muriak says look up the Erupting Wolf. It's part of the Eldrazi sets. Someone mentioned Eldrazi being a good vibe. A werewolf horror? Oh my god, yeah, because they have horrors, right? Abyssal horrors, childhood horrors. I would build a deck off of this, you know? But horror of horrors. This is like the sort of vibe that I would do. Pink horror? Fucking insane. Thing in the Ice. It enters with 4 ice tokens on it. You can transform it into Awoken Horror. Return all non-horror creatures to their owner's hands. Ugh. Eldrazi are colorless monsters from Blind Eternity, and Sauron is an avatar horror. Eldrazi. Because these guys are like, basically aliens, right? Is how that works? I don't know, man. I'm just here. Wait, Endurian says I have flashbacks because of the thing in the ice. Nonster says, I for one embrace my new MTG Overlord. Congrats, chat. You're here at the genesis of my rebirth into a Magic the Gathering content creator, because apparently Hasbro has its fucking claws in me. It was just my buddy has a frog deck that he calls his Alex Jones deck. Oh my god, is a frog deck a thing? Oh my goodness. A frog beast? A bloated toad? He's just chonky. He's just having a bad stomach day. It's not that bad. A chub toad? He's just a little overweight. It's not that bad. A little circle of protection. This is kind of cute, honestly. Like, look at this guy. He's just exploring. Man, But yeah, anyway, that is my Magic the Gathering, like, fucking thing. People are saying horror of horrors was my nickname in high school. Also, Shelly says if you want a spooky / horror deck, check out the Duskmourn series. Duskmourn. How do I... Duskmourn House of Horror. Is it actually scary, though? Or is it, like... Is it like, not actually that scary, and it's just... Oh, shit, it's a bunch of, like, horror tropes. Jump Scare, Ley Line of Hope, Orphans of the Wheat? You're kidding. Okay. Patched Plaything? This is like movies. I see. Shepherding Smiths. Split Skin Doll. Unsettling Twins. Fucking wild. The Wandering Rescuer. Okay. Okay. Come Back Wrong. Oh, the concept of these cards is so cool. Oh no, it's Lena says a Chub Toad. Please, I have a name. It's horror tropes, but the Overlord cards are freaky looking. What is an Overlord? How do I... Can I just look up Overlord? Will that do something? Oh, and then set Duskmourn. Set Duskmourn. There we go. Overlord of Baelmerk. Overlord of the Boiler Builded. The Overlord of the Hauntwoods. This is cool. I'm here for this. This is pretty sick. Okay, so... Oh, but they're enchantments. Whenever it enters or attacks, create a tapped colorless land token named Everywhere. That's a basic land type. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, I would make this like a D&D creature for sure. I mean, look how big it is too. That's pretty sick. Can I... Everywhere. Will it show me what Everywhere looks like? Or does it not do tokens? I guess it doesn't do tokens. Can we look for tokens? Oh, shit. They have different showcases. That's pretty cool. Like these full arts. I kind of love that. Shelly says enchantment creatures are so cool. I love using them. And I have the Animatu Precon from that series. Also, Anthuriation says my favorite aesthetic will always be Phyrexians. Oh shit, look how shiny. Okay, Phyrexians. Phyrexian. If I Google that, will it help? Ah. That is cool. It's definitely giving like Eldritch Horror vibes. Are they part of a Phyrexia versus Coalition? What is there like a Phyrexian set? Or does it not? Oh, New Phyrexia is like a location? Interesting. Okay. I don't know anything about the lore, and the more I go through this, the more I'm realizing I don't know shit. Do tokens everywhere. Oh, tokens. Colon everywhere. Yeah, all of your terms were ignored. Invalid expression. Token. Okay, hold on. Type token. There we go. Everywhere. There we go. A token land. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. That's cool. There are gameplay markers and not used in deck construction. Oh, so you can't just, like, grab a bunch of shit? Gotcha. Zanny says go ahead and take out at least $1,000 for Magic cards. What part of me coming back from GenCon just last fucking night makes you think that I have anywhere near $1,000 left to spend on games? I'm like $2,000 into my $1,000 budget. I can tell you that much. Also, JX says about most people don't know the lore, but they do learn keywords and trends over time. I like the art trend. Like it gets a little bit easier to track. But Papa Smurf, thank you so much for being here, saying support your local streamer. Hope you have a wonderful stream and get to live your amazing dream. Ah, thank you. Thanks for being here. Oh my god, Papa Smurf, let me add you to the board. We're trying out a new marker. Papa Smurf. And then you have a 88. Papa. There we go. Thank you so much for being here. Painless also says, if you want cool focus on art and lore, for Magic the Gathering, the Ristic Studies channel is insanely good to check out in free time. I don't have free time. Oh man. Oh no, what if I gotten into chat? I'm not supposed to be here. I blinked and all of a sudden I was $130 into my fucking deck. Good god. But Poesnarf says, "You ever play paper Magic, Diana?" No. I mean, I guess unless you mean like physical in person, the cards. Also, Violet says, "I have some extra pre-cons if you want one." I can't handle this. Am I allowed to like mix and match cards from different decks? Is that something that's okay, or is it like will someone kill me? Is it objectively worse to take apart a pre-con and then make your own deck, or is it just objectively better to keep it as is? It depends on format. Oh man, okay. If the colors match, and as long as they're within the color of your commander. Oh, so since I have a black and green commander, I can't have any white cards at all? Can I have like a white mixed? Making your own deck is a rite of passage. Jesus fuck, I guess I'll get on it. While I'm getting on it, thank you so much for everyone, thank you so much to everyone for hopping in and saying hello. I appreciate you all sticking around for the stream. Tomorrow, I am still streaming. No, white, red, or blue? Oh shit, okay. Also, Sparrow, hello! Another amazing human being who's at GenCon.
Chat, how you been?
Made it out alive. Good to see you. I'll add you to the board last minute. We are winding down. Did you also get peer pressured into joining Magic the Gathering, or at all? Also, DBC said you can mix and match, but you'll probably end up creating a theme. Sets typically have playstyle themes with them, so they work better if it's within the same set. Got it. And also, Shelly says, I added more humans to my Owen deck and so much more Surveil for my Mirko deck. Only some of those words make sense. Also, Sparrow said someone did give me welcome decks. Oh no, okay. And Thideration says, how was Shadow Dark for you? It was so good. So Shadow Dark, I have not talked enough about. So many people were asking how it went. It was so good. It was so easy to learn. The audience learned with us. Their website that you can use to create a character is so simple and free. And it's essentially, people say that it's D&D but watered down. I think it's like, Shadow Dark is to Dungeons and Dragons what being a first grade learn to read person is to reading your first like novel in 4th grade. You know, it's like the on-ramp to tabletop gaming in general, and it's faster for actual plays. There's no room for role play, so at the same time you're not pressured to role play because straight up you don't have the time. It's amazing. Also, Sparrow says I gave you the ethically petty sticker. Yes, yeah, it's over there somewhere. It's in a pile somewhere, but I appreciate that. I still have the old one too, the season 1. But yeah, it's incredibly simple. It's incredibly easy. The only thing is there is no room for roleplay. So at the same time, people do need to know that roleplay exists. But it's like one of those things that you can show your friends who are like, oh, I don't want to learn Dungeons and Dragons right now. Or like you can make a character for them in Shadow Dark and then bring them into a one-shot of Shadow Dark and like, you know, get them into games a little bit and get them into the math of it. So I really like it. I thought it was great. Anyway, I'm gonna start saying goodbye to everyone because I can feel my voice getting destroyed. Thank you so much to everyone who's over on TikTok right now. I would love to see you guys tomorrow again at 5 o'clock Pacific. And then for those who are over on YouTube and Twitch, for YouTubers, I've got a stream tomorrow at 5 and then also a exclusive stream for y'all at 5 o'clock on Thursday. And then for those who are over, hi Rara! Oh my god, you're just coming in at the last fucking second, hello. And for those who are still on Twitch, I'm gonna send you guys to a friend of mine. Let's see who is on. We should probably go talk to Concho. Concho, who is an amazing human being, is streaming right now and is currently in the middle of a push for partner. So we're gonna go say hello. Be sure to be really nice to them. And yeah, we're gonna go right in. So thank you so much for watching in the meantime. I appreciate you all immensely. And again, I'll see you back here again tomorrow at 5. Bye-bye.